Metsa, we were talking about you had a good weekend in Belleville to follow up with an OT winner here. Pretty nice, right?
Yeah, to kind of keep it going. And there was, like, this game felt really good for me. I was on the ice for the first 2 goals against, which obviously I hated, but before maybe I would have let that kind of get to me and snowball, but I feel like I was in a better spot to kind of just keep playing my game, stick with it, and then kind of I felt like I played a pretty decent rest of the game and had really good moments throughout, despite the 2 goals against. So, yeah, and to finish it off with the OT winner was nice.
When you talk about being in a better spot, is that because of the games that preceded this one, the recent few, to kind of bump up that confidence?
Yeah, for sure. Those games and, when you lose confidence, that's when the snowball can really mentally happen. So those games are great, and then kind of the work I put in mentally before that to prep for those games and get back on track came together.
On the OT winner, how good is Roseanne from a deception standpoint? He gets Tompkins to kind of bite on that first pass back to him, and that sort of opened the door to give it back to you to basically put it in an empty net.
He's awesome. He's so fun to watch. Like you said, his deception's great. The way he loads the puck, he can do just about anything. He's so dynamic. Wherever he is with the puck, he can move left, right, shoot it, pass it. Like, he can do it all. And he had a great game tonight. He was flying around, it felt like, because when he gets moving too, like, he doesn't need to be deceptive. He can just kind of skate by guys. But yeah, it's nice to have him on the 3-on-1 when you're coming up.
How big of a win do you think this is for this team? Just the fact that it's against a team in front of you, but also a team that's maybe had your number of night.
It's huge. I feel like we've had some OT games that, we've had so many this year, but lately I feel like we hadn't been getting on the right side of them, or we've been kind of giving up games that we had control of. Tonight, same thing. I thought we played pretty well, and then slowly, like the way Syracuse plays, they just kind of chip away. And for us to kind of stick with it and come out on top, I think it's a good boost in this last little stretch.
How do you welcome a new defensive teammate in the mix? Obviously, you've got a great board competition for you guys, but how do you go about the process?
You go about your business. It's we have a pretty good group in there. It's very welcoming. I at least think it is. And I personally welcome the challenge and the competition. I think you need that to kind of stay on your toes and not get complacent. But it's fun. Like, I feel like we have a really, really strong D-core. Like, everyone can play any night. I can't imagine being apps or the coaching staff trying to figure out who's playing every game, because it's like we got some really good D. But it's fun to be a part of. We have a good group. I feel like it's pretty welcoming. So, you can be friendly to guys, but still, want to take their jobs. So it's kind of just that competition.
Appert talked about you guys playing obviously really well tonight against the Syracuse team. As a player, is this one of the best feeling performances you've had against Syracuse in terms of the team as a whole?
Yeah, probably one of them. Like I said, just kind of the way we stuck with it, even when they were kind of coming back and we were giving them some offense, and just finding a way to win in overtime, because that was one that we know the feeling of giving up a couple games and losing in overtime, and that feeling is miserable. So to be on the other side of that, I think there's a lot of good takeaways from it.
What do you guys need to do to keep this going tomorrow? Obviously, one of their plays.
Rest and recover. We know it's going to be a battle tomorrow. It always is with Syracuse, which is a lot of fun. It's like a playoff game every single night, especially there. I think I heard it's already sold out too. Like, it should be a good environment. And it's what you want to play in. But yeah, I guess just mentally reset tonight and learn from a couple mistakes that we made today and just regroup and keep going.
And then you talk about feeling like this. Describe that feeling of getting that game-winning goal after a crunch were able to tie with just 3 minutes remaining.
It's unbelievable, honestly, because you kind of get this low when they score that late, and you're like, oh, like, it kind of blows the wind out of your sails a little bit. And then obviously when you turn around that quick and get in overtime, it's the complete opposite. So you kind of go through in the last 5-6 minutes of play, you kind of go through it all. But I always want to be on top. It's way better being on top.